Hey guys, welcome back to Planet Courtesan of Rome, Chapter 13. Attend the wild night of parades, bonfires, sacrifices to celebrate. Sacrifices? To celebrate the great Volcanelia festival. Oh my goodness, sacrifices though? Like, what are we doing? Like, seriously, what are we doing? Like, who are we sacrificing? What are we sacrificing? And for what? Kind of worried now. Courtesan of Rome. This chapter contains graphic scenes of animal sacrifice, so we're sacrificing animals, oh my goodness. As was commonly practiced in the ancient world, discretion is advised. 8 years ago, where to place the heart of a snare rabbit on a fire, sending a thick plume of oily smoke up into the heavens. Accept this offering, gods of our ancestors. Great Mother, we offer you, as always, the choicest part of our kill, that you might know we feed you before ourselves. Singris calls instantaneously from where he is seated outside the fire circle, polishing his sword. What by the wildest prayer, Mother? The gods have shown themselves, and they are either powerless or our enemies. The gods are powerless on the side of Rome, biding their time. The gods don't think as we do. They must have some larger plan that we can't see. Yeah, you pray to them still, when they have done nothing for us. Why even waste time? I understand your doubt, Singers, but the goddess have never led me wrong. Mother's voice grows tense as she lays a fragrant stem of rosemary on the fire over the still burning heart. I received my first vision from Isis when I was 13. I dreamed of forest snow, things I've never seen in Egypt. But they became more real to me than my own home. I thought I was going mad. Did you know what you were seeing? I prayed for clarity, and Isis herself came to reveal that this is my future. My destiny lay to the north. Oh, then we owe our existence to goddess, or we fought in. You know, Singer is still sculling suddenly outside the forest light. As we do, we all. But while you vicious, you never would have come to God. A Singer is not wouldn't have been born. Perhaps that would have been better for everyone. I doubted myself so many times. I stopped speaking on the journey. I know comfort just sore for you, bad food and cold like I never had felt before. I started to wonder if my visions have ever been real. And then I was taken captive. You were? I never seen anything as funny as these men. They were dressed in skins with face painted blue and wild headdress of feathers. I heard the ghosts practice human sacrifice. I was certain I was going to die, far from home, never fulfilling the destiny Isis had for me. Gauls, were they? Yes, they were the Kaitlyn. They brought me to your father, and father comes out of the tent smiling and sits down beside your mother, pulling her hand into his lap. Since that day, she has never doubted her destiny. Indeed, nor do I doubt that the gods have ought to bring it in the most unexpected ways. Okay. Chapter whatever this is, bread and circus. And the school lady Xana carefully paints her lips with a mixture of red orchid and beeswax, critically checking her appearance. In a polished copper mirror, you roll your eyes. You look fine. But do I look good enough for Senator Glacier? Yes. Vulcanelia is a religious festival, Xana, not a party. The senator will expect you to be respectful. If Glacier asked me to be there, he's not going for the sacrifices. Do you ever think beyond the bedchamber worry about offending gods? Perhaps if you spend more time in the bedchamber, you have an engagement. What? Did Aaron not tell you, Xana? Marcantoni asked her to preside over the ceremonies with him. He smacked Xana's jaw nearly hits the ground. I'm sure you and Senator Glacier will have front row seats. Attorney will be leading the public sacrifices throughout both days of Vulcanelia. If you're to appear at sight, Aaron, you should be dressed to honor Vulcan. Luna rummages through a chest of dress, coming up the beautiful dress embroidered in all the colors of flame. Vulcan is the god of fire in the forge. If you wear this, you will look like a living flame. She hands you the dress along with the necklace of garnets in the shape of a phoenix. Ooh. You look divinely blessed should you attend the ceremonies in that outfit. Wear upper flames to honor the god Vulcan and press the Roman people and hold Mark Antonius' attention during the Vulcanalia festival. Wow, this dress, like, I love the phoenix, so, but no, I'm not gonna pay for it. And if I'm wearing this, Vulcan is a god Rome, and I do not owe him in my worship. If you like, though, Tony is hardly the sort of man you would wish to be seen with you looking less than your best. Don't care. I'm gonna shoot you both towards the school door. Now go, the festivities will begin with the sunrise. Stand just behind Marcotoni as the forum fills with people coming to celebrate Vulcanalia. People of Rome, in Caesar's name, I bring you the celebration. The crowd cheers loudly enough to drown Tony's proper voice. He waits a moment before continuing. Pompey, Magnus, and the cowards of the Senate have fled for their own safety, but Caesar entrusts me to show his bounty to Rome. Praise Caesar! But it's not enough for Caesar to have our support. What did the gods say of his victories? Just as the crowd parts to allow a young priestess through, leading a white bull, the priestess takes her place beside Tony. You step back into the shadows. The priestess lights incense, waving it over the head of the bull. Oh, she's from the Crown of Flame. The fine Vulcan got a medal and flame. Be honored by this incense. Be honored by this libation offered to you. The priestess sprinkles an offering of wine over the bull's head. Mark Antony takes a step back to whisper to you. How they require sacrifice because the bull's intestines are the most reliable way to understand man's future. If you don't believe in the auguries, why conduct them? The public demands it, and it's a cheap price to pay for their support. The future cannot be known, sometimes shown to us is what we make it. Oh. I mean, it's true that the future can't be known. But the future is also what we make it. No, I will say this. Tony grins at you. Let's make it fun. Okay. Just in front of you, the priestess intones the final blessing and draws her knife sharply across the bull's throat, stepping back gracefully to catch the spurting blood in the bowl. As the bull bellows the classes, the priestess slices open the belly, watching the guts spill out in a tangle of purple and red. The auguries predict victory for Caesar. Victory for Caesar. Tony continues to mockingly whisper the priestess' augury word for word just seconds before she announces it. And a brutal defeat for the force of Pompey in the Senate. And a brutal defeat for the force of Pompey in the Senate. How do you? Because I wrote it for her 3 days ago. He smiles at your shocked expression. It's sincere as honor. Do you think I'm going to leave it up to some priests to decide what to say about him? I hadn't realized your influence extended to the temples. 1,000 denarii extend your influence everywhere. The fine Vulcan shows his favor to Rome in the gift of his greatest general. Praise Caesar, praise divine Vulcan. Look at the still seeming intros, trying to fathom how anyone could read anything than random arrangement. You're in the College of Archers, are you not? That's Caesar's own appointment. So what does it really say? Guess. He looked back and forth between the intros and Tony's smirking face, considering. I think the real reading is favorable to you, Caesar, a warning that Caesar will fall unclear. I don't want to piss Tony off, but I also don't want to stroke his ego, so I'm going to be neutral. And Tony laughs. The only thing it tells me is that tonight there'll be beef on the menu. Later, when the arguments are complete, you and Tony ride together in an open wagon. Excuse me, down the crowded streets. Cheers go up every time the people catch sight of Tony, who glows as their adoration. Praise Caesar, praise Tony! Mark, praise Caesar, the conqueror of Gaul. For a moment, you can't help remembering the last time you were paraded down these same streets, the monster Romans howling for your blood. Yep. Haven't changed. Tony looks at you screwily, seeming to guess what you're thinking. But you have. Suddenly you hear a familiar voice coming from the other side of the road. Cassius? Cassius gathered a small crowd of plebeians and is shouting to be heard over the ambient din. Caesar's a threat to the very existence of the Republic. The Senate abandoned the Republic. The most precious thing any of us have is our liberty. As sense is wrong, Caesar will take that from you. And Tony sent the driver to slow the wagon and listened to Cassius with a sly smile. Poor Cassius, he doesn't seem to be having much luck. Caesar gives us bread and games. The common people care for less about liberty in the Republic than the Senate likes to convince themselves. Cassius deserves our attention, speaks the truth, making a fool of himself. Oof. Shh. Tony gives you a mocking little bow as you continue to listen to Cassius. Caesar is no more than a wolf, acting on instinct. If we turn tail and run, he will pursue. But if we stand against him, he has no power over Rome. Tony suddenly stands in the wagon, drawing all eyes. His voice, used to communicating across the battlefield, rises effortlessly above Cassius. People of Rome, behold great Caesar's generosity. Tony takes a bag of silver accessories from the fold of his tunic and flings a handful to the street. The plebeians instantly turn their backs on Cassius and fall upon the prize. Wow. Praise Caesar. Wow. Praise Anthony. Tony, even though I'm not surprised. Cassius turns on Tony with fury. You know I speak the truth, so you will stuff my throat with coins to silence me? Only words, Cassius, but you need more than words to get the plebs on your side. You can't eat word or screw a word. The mob is fickle, Tony. They may love you now, but they'll turn on you the moment the coin and bread stop coming. It's the easiest thing in the world to keep the brides coming. Bread and circuses are all you need. So this is all just a distraction? Of course, feed their bias and their impulses, and no one will ever think of what you're distracting them from. People are smarter than you give them credit. A mob that must be controlled. It's nothing to do with intelligence, it's motivation. Most people don't care enough to change society. They're happy themselves. Give them happy in society is what you make it. People will rise to your expectation of them. Treat them like a mob and they will behave that way. Treat them like citizens and they will be the backbone of society. Spoken like a man who has never had to sit in the stands at an arena or wait in line to buy his own wine. Excuse me. Lord Cassius can respond. Tony kissed your hand and leaps slightly down from the wagon. Across the road to speak to one of the priests of Vulcan, who was handing burning brands to the crowd. Cassius watches Tony as he disperses the crowd and crosses close to you, a conflicted look on his face. I am surprised to see you here with Tony. Sorry, Cassius. Now, I know you must entertain other patrons. I just had expected to be him. Cassius sneaks and points his glance at Tony's back before turning to you with a tight smile. It should be the last time you're forced to attend him, at least. Oh, did something happen to Caesar? I've had word from Cornelius. Caesar only had ships enough to bring half his legion to Greece. Pompey's army will outnumber him 2-1. The Senate is sure to triumph. I pray you're right. Remind you, Caesar was also outnumbered in Gaul. Like how you look when you get part that state. A quick defeat for Caesar will be a gift from the gods. It won't be easy, but Pompey Magnus has best of Rome with him. It was madness Caesar to pursue them without his full strength. Come walk with me, and Tony will not soon be back. You climb down for Tony's wagon, join Cassius in the crowded streets. A short way ahead, you notice a display of all half-naked gladiators posing to form. Men and women surround them, ogling their muscle forms and jostling to get close enough to touch. Aaron? You hear their name at the same moment as you recognize Syphax. Oh, hello. Syphax, what are you doing here? Syphax shrugs uncomfortably, and you can't help notice how the oil makes his muscles rip with the movement. Oh my goodness. Legate Quill apparently believes that displaying his best stock will win his ludus the patronage of certain noblemen. Legate Aquila? But later, you notice overseer standing behind the gladiators and announces to everyone who stops to stare. The finest gladiators from the ludus Aquila, a good bit orient out of the arena. Aquila bought my contract. I didn't have a way to tell you before now. Syphax, I'm so sorry. Legate Aquila bought your contract. I'm sorry, Aaron. I have to serve him for now. If I could refuse, I would. No, you must do what you need to survive. I know he's not a kind man. I wouldn't want to hear of him mistreating you. Syphax reaches out as if to take your hand, but it is stopped by the snap of the overseer's whip. So far, he seems no different than I expect with any master. I'm glad. Tell me, have you seen my father, Legate? I have, and I have to say, meeting him explains a lot. What do you mean? You survived 8 years fighting the ring. You have a lot of that same strength in you. His face suddenly goes gray. You take a step forward in alarm. What? He was confined to a cell for brutally attacking the Ludus owner. He called him Caesar's first spear. You remember the first spear's face as he dragged your mother away. Sidum! Oh, I know who he is. I figured he was on your list. Cassius looks worried back and forth between the two of you. I guess I shouldn't ask. Suddenly you hear a commanding voice call out your name behind you. You turn to Caesar. Tony? Aaron. I got all the boys in my yard. I literally, And Tony walks up and slings a casual arm around your shoulders. The burdens of leadership. You lead to make one lousy blood sacrifice and you come back to find your woman staring like gladiators. Apologies, Tony. I wasn't sure how long your duties will hold you. My duties include being seen with the most beautiful woman in Rome on my arm, so when shall we have our parade? The public is still waiting to see the bride of Vulcan on my arm. As they glance back at Cassius and Cyphus, Cassius steps in front of Tony. Vulcania should end with the parade, not start with it, Tony. We're not here for you to show off. We're here for the ceremony to ensure the safety of Rome. Ah, yes, the ceremony because Vulcan, the god of fire, needs us to set things on fire for him. We light fires as his honor, so he protects us from wildfires that could destroy the city even more quickly than you can. Cassius turns to you and takes your hand in his. It's a beautiful ritual, actually, one at which all people of the Republic come together. I would love for you to see it, Aaron. Of course you'll see it after our parade. Seriously. As the two men glare at each other, you hear Cypher's voice sob behind you. Official ceremonies aren't the only ones today. There will also be a celebration among the plebeians and slaves. They are your people, much more than these patrons. Patricia. The overseer cracks his whip and Cyphus falls back, raises his eyebrows as to remind you to find him after dark. Momentarily, Cassius releases your hand and steps back from Tony's gaze. I'll be attending the ceremonies later, Aaron. Join me if you're interested. I literally got all the boys in my yard. He leaves and Tony gives you a mocking bow. In public ways, join me when you're ready. He saunters away and you hear the clapping of the crowd as he approaches. Unlock one or all of these exclusive scenes with Cassius, Cyphus, or Mark and Tony to celebrate Vulcanula with them and improve your relationship. Nope, I am not doing any of you boys. Bye. I think I've had enough for today. I'm ready to get some sleep. It's also from the festivities. You turn and start walking for home. Now playing this Delphina. When are we going to play the brother? And the priestess of serious news before you to be inducted into the mysteries. Welcome, daughter, to the cave of Isis. Thank you, Holy Mother. Do you feel her presence? Not yet. Will you accept the goddess and all her guises, offer your life to the goddess, accept me as the voice of Isis? Yes, Holy Mother. Suddenly the young princess flinches away as shadow darkens the door of the sacred cave. No more! Your foul foreign sorcery has corrupted my priestesses, and long enough. You turn to see Luna Ionopathia stalk fiercely into the cave. Heedless of the sacred water splashing against her ankles, she grabs your arm with fingers that pinch like a vice. I will send you far from here, where you'll never see another priestess again. I'm not going anywhere. Your voice is calm and level, showing no reaction to the force of her grip. These priestesses are mine now. They have heard the true voice of the Great Mother. Please, Ionopathia, listen to her. She truly is blessed. Ionopathia slaps the girl with her free hand, sending her stumbling backwards to the water. She is no one. You will regret that. You're coming with me. Ionopathia pulls your arm with surprising strength, but you remain unmoving. Now. Ionopathia halts with all her strength, but you are like a tree rooted in the earth and do not budge. You do not touch the Holy Mother. The cave darkens once again. This time you look up to see Marcella at the head of the crowd of every priestess and guard. You have inducted the mysteries of Isis. Ooh. Get out of here. This doesn't concern you. Flash of sunlight from behind them reveals that every one of them is carrying a sacrificial dagger. Are we going to sacrifice her? The phoenix voice of Isis. If you seek to harm her, the goddess herself will bring you down. Thank you, child. The mom moves forward menacingly. Ionopathia seems to suddenly realize the danger she's in. Her furious scowl turns to pleading. No, she's just a slave, a barbarian. She used her sorcery to trick you. Your time here is over, false priestess. Whatever power Rome grants you is nothing to the gods. No, please. The goddess' anger will scorch anyone who blasphemes her name. The mob advances, sacrificial daggers held before them. On the path they start to retreat, feet slipping on the wet stones. Help, please, anyone help me! The second she is up against the wall of the cave, held in place by the throng of your acolytes. What should we do with her, Holy Mother? Let's kill her. You should let her go, never to return here. Offer a swift and merciful death. Wall her up as a sack. Yo. Ooh, I wonder. Ooh, because part of me just wants to let her go, but then it's like, if you guys play like The Walking Dead final season, or just play like any game that has this villain, you know that if you let them go, they're just gonna backstab you. Like, that's just how they are. Like, if you just give them mercy, like if you don't kill them, they will just backstab you. I'm a sacrificer. Like, I am not going to give her a merciful death now. Like, we sacrificing. Her presence here has sullied these sacred waters. Let her death purify them. No. Yes. Welcome to the mouth of the cave with the crowd of your acolytes at your back. Wall her up. Marcella holds on the path back as the other acolytes grab stones and brick and branches to pollen from the entrance to the cave. No, please, just let me go and you can have the temple. No, I don't believe you. Then the priestess moved aside to let Marcella out, leveling the daggers out on the path to drive her back into the darkness. Please, I promise you. Her voice fades as the barrier in front of the cave grows thicker and stronger until no one can ever get out. Ooh. Later you stand before your congregation in the full regalia of the senior priestess. The first time you have worn your birthright since your capture. Ooh, I look good. Rejoice, for today Isis has delivered us from the tyranny of a false priestess and freed us to worship her as she is meant to be worshipped. Bless you, Holy Mother. Praise the name of Isis, the Great Mother, and Delphina, her servant. Hey, our mom is making moves. Not playing us errand. It's the end of Volcania. You are winding your way back home through the piles of trash and sleeping people in the darkened streets. The festival has mostly wound down, although a few isolated groups are still dancing around distant fires. You need everyone to patrol in the streets. Aquila. You immediately recognize Legate Aquila's voice and flattened behind the column searching for him. This is the time when the fires get out of control. I want men ready with buckets. If this was source, a man starts to fight. I want him in the cell. You see Aquila issuing orders to a group of soldiers. Yes, Vicarius. A sharp salute, the soldiers disperse into the city. Shrink back as Aquila and his personal guards stalk past you without noticing. This could be my chance. If we stay back until Aquila is just barely inside and then follow. Aquila and his men weed through the streets as a fast clip. It's difficult to keep up with him while trying to stay outside. Don't see Otome out here patrolling. Aquila passed a couple frantically groping in the shadow of the Temple of Vulcan. Get out of here, dog! Man scurries away and Aquila turns and looks almost straight at you. Oh, shoot. You duck into the open doorway to the temple, smelling the smoke of the day's fires. Outside you hear Aquila call out. Who's there? Nobody. Hold your breath, trying to avoid his attention. After a moment, he turns back and keeps walking. Phew. Eventually, you ease back out and take out the chase again. Eventually, you trail Aquila to the empty forum outside the Senate basilica. It's deserted now, filled with nothing more than the embers of the fading bonfires. Suddenly, Legate Aquila realizes he is being followed whirls around. Who's following me? Nobody. But to your astonishment, the anger in his eyes fades when he sees you, replaced by undisguised lust. What? Well, if it isn't Tony's courtesan. You freeze, he's come closer. Leave me alone. Tony's courtesan, is that all I am to you? You know, when I saw you in the Papino, I can't remember where I had seen you before, but now I do. Uh-oh. Good, because I will never forget you. You were not caught with my wife. oh, okay. I knew you were no priest, just a common whore. So you'll serve Tony. How about the Vicarius Uri? I can make it worth your while. Your thoughts whirl as you realize he still doesn't know who you are. There must be a way to turn this to your advantage. Okay, cool. Do you really want to make a Tony mad? I can't just Sabina in the hopes of seeing you. I've heard your reputation as one of Caesar's fiercest warriors, and I couldn't hold myself back from wanting to meet you. You flutter your eyelashes, Aquila coyly smiling as you draw a hand across his Ew. His breath quickens. Ooh, nasty. Ew, get away, get away. Cool's eyes narrow, he signals to the guards. I'm taking her home, man. Make sure no one interrupts us. Ew. Your dagger feels hot against your thigh as the soldiers walk out of sight. You're left alone for the first time to seek vengeance against the man who saved your family, the man who brought you to Rome. We better not get in trouble this time because we do not have Syphax to save us. Next time on the Courtesan roll, is your moment of vengeance finally at hand? Will the legate Aquila prove to be more difficult quarry than you expect? He probably will be more difficult. Because it is not going to be this easy. So anyways, I'll see you guys next week with the next chapter of A Courtesan Rome. So see you then. Bye-bye.